Hey, it's Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training. In this video, I'm going to share with you a simple 5-minute band rotator cuff routine that you can incorporate into your warm-up before you practice or play. I think it's important to note before we jump into this that these are not the end-all be-all when it comes to band exercises and rotator cuff exercises. There's lots of great exercises out there, so find what works best for you and then incorporate that into your routine. But I love these exercises I'm going to run through right now because you can get a great warm-up in 5 minutes or less. But these are not the end-all be-all, and I think it's so important. Listen to your body in terms of reps. So if you need more reps to feel, nice and loose and warmed up, that's great. If you need less, then listen to your body. But for starters, you can start out by just doing 10 reps per exercise. One set, 10 reps per exercise. So let's start out with band pull-aparts, all right? So the way this is gonna work, I like the underhand grip. So I've got a band here. I'm gonna do the underhand grip because it allows me to do external rotation, all right? And then all I'm gonna do, kind of get into an athletic position here, arms out front, and I'm gonna start with some tension in the band just like this. I don't wanna start with slack. Start with tension, and all I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna pull apart and then come back, maintaining that tension throughout the entire time. And with all of these, you want to control the rep. Don't let the rep control you. All right, so that's band pull-aparts with the underhand grip. You can do overhand too. I like the underhand grip. Then the next one is we're going to do bilateral external rotation. So for this one, my elbows are going to be at my sides. My arms are going to be about 90 degrees, okay? And I'm going to start with my thumbs facing the sky like this. I don't have to stick my thumbs up, but my thumbs like this. And all I'm gonna do bilateral, both at the same time, I'm just going to rotate my forearms out like this and then back. I don't have to go too far. I'm keeping my elbows in tight. I don't want my elbows to flare out like this. Keep them in tight, all right? If you need to loosen it up, that's fine. Just rotating out and back. Okay, then after those, then we can actually clip our bands onto the fence. I like to start out with, let's do the horizontal plane first. So let's do external rotation. I'm gonna clip this in about waist height here. And then obviously I need to strap myself in. And we're gonna start out horizontal plane, external rotation. So I'm gonna get where I feel like there's a decent amount of tension. My elbow is tucked in tight to my side, and I'm gonna start with my hand over here like this and simply externally rotate. If I need a little bit more tension, step a little bit further away from the fence. If I need less, step back. It's so important with a lot of these exercises. Keep your elbow tucked in like this though throughout the entire movement. You can actually use a towel. If you wanna roll up a towel and stick it right here, that way, if you allow your elbow to get away from you like this, the towel will fall and it'll give you instant feedback. So we're doing external rotation like this. Then we can flip it around and we can do internal rotation. Okay, so I can actually clip in with my other arm to show you that. And I think it's important to do, even though we're only throwing with, obviously our throwing hand, I think it's important to do both sides. You want that symmetry, right? So we did external rotation, we did internal rotation, we did that with the horizontal plane. Now let's move our bands a little bit higher and let's do external and internal rotation from a little bit higher. So you can actually do these, you can do both arms simultaneously, or you can just do one, but why not save a little bit of time and do both together? So let's start out with external, all right? So I'm gonna start like this. My elbows are shoulder height, all right? And all I'm gonna do, my palms are currently facing the ground. Just gonna externally rotate like this, okay? That's external rotation. Then we can flip it around and we can do internal rotation. So again, I'm gonna start this time, elbows shoulder height, and just turn in like this and then back, controlling every single part of the movement. So now we've got external and internal rotation. We did the horizontal plane, now we've got the vertical plane as well. Then we can turn back around. I like to do reverse flies, okay, so we can keep the band pretty much the same height. We're gonna bend over just a little bit. Hands start out in front of us like this. Reverse flies. Controlling the movement. And then the last two that I like to finish off with, we can leave the band, actually we'll raise it just a little bit here, and we can do our throwing motion. So kind of go through a throwing motion, a forward throwing motion. Start here, down, so that's our forward throwing motion. Then for the last one, we can clip our band down here like this, and we can do a reverse throwing motion. So this time, I'm gonna actually start down here like I just finished my throw. I'm gonna bring it back and then down, back, and then down. So there you have it, a few simple band exercises you can do to warm up properly. These are not the end all be all, but I think they'll get you on the right track. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, turn it blue. I would really appreciate that. And subscribe to the channel. That way you never miss any of the upcoming videos we're coming out with on a weekly basis. Subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.